name's Richard, and with my family, we run a sheep farm here, as you can see, among the Wicklow Mountains. So, for the winter period on this farm, we'd have 200 breeding ewes. We'd also carry 50 young females as replacement stock. We've just come to the end of the lambing season. Since the 20th of March, in or around 300 newborn lambs have gone through. We've just 2 left. They're just in the orchard here. 1 lamb yesterday, so we're just waiting on another one. So, the other thing, we carry 7 male rams. The ratio is usually 1 ram per 40 females. So talk about having a tough life. So, a small bit about the family. I'd be the 4th generation sheep farming in this area. My great-grandfather, also Richard Cullen, was born right over the head of that valley. And that valley over there is called Glenmalure. And it's the valley south of Glendalough, which you will visit next. This land facing us, at the far side of this valley, that would have been part of my dad's land. My brother farms that now. You can see some of his flock on the sides. And they moved me over this side of the river for reasons we won't get into today. So what's important to a hill farm, it's a unique way of farming, is the climate and the mountains. So this mountain here, Brocka Mountain, 2,500 acres in that mountain. You can just see a small section from this side. There's 10 shareholders on it. And to be a shareholder or right to graze that mountain, you must own a farm in this valley connected to it. Again, an extensive area, no boundaries, no fences, but each of our flocks would have their own individual grazing areas. And this is handed down from generation to generation. As we put mother and young lambs to the mountain each summer, we always keep 50 of those female lambs as replacement stock. So when they go to the mountain the following year on their own, they will go where their mother brought them on that first summer. Likewise for my neighbours' flocks, only stock we buy in on a hill farm is breeding rams. So, if you wish to follow me up this way, please, we'll get our first dog out. There's plenty of room to the left and to the right. Get a good vantage point. It's a lovely morning here. Thank you for viewing.
Oh, look at the dog. The dog's gonna hurt him. The dog's hurt him. The dog makes him go away.
Sit. Sit.
Ça dépend d'où elle le regarde. Elle le regarde et elle dit qu'est-ce qu'on fait. Ah ouais, c'est bien, ouais. Allez, toi, rentre chez toi.
Oui.
Oui.
Parang artista.
No.
He never.
So, this is Milo, everyone. He's the youngest dog on the farm, partly through his training. So firstly, we're going to talk a little bit about the sheep, and we'll run through briefly a year on the farm, and then we will talk a little bit later about the dogs and the training of the dogs. So, we've 3 different types of breeds on the farm. Those white sheep there with the wool on their forehead, they're known as a Dorset breed. They get their name from a county in England. We have a small number of those on the farm, purely because they will have lambs any time of the year, which we do use for the demonstration. The other white sheep are known as the Wicklow Cheviot. They would make up to 90% of my flock. They're very suitable for this area, good hardy sheep, well able to maintain themselves in the mountain. And they would predominantly be a March-April lambing flock. The black sheep is known as a Suffolk Cross. Her mother was totally white Wicklow Cheviot. We crossbreed with some black Suffolk rams on the farm. Normally they come with a black and white speckled face. The markings are important. We sell all of those females on as breeding stock to lowland farmers. Those first crosses fetch a really good price. This one came a little darker, so we just held on to her on the farm. So, I'll just briefly run through a year on the farm. October the 25th.
Gusto ko sana yung merong, yung laging usually merong isa talaga, isang ship talaga na laging.
All ships are running. They know how to break.
Bigat yung paa niya.
Mali yung weather. Sabi uulan. Sana ng sunglasses ako.
Baby mo pa nga.
Are you sure? Baka si Irene tsaka si Cathy lang yun.
So, typical young dog is switched off. He's watching the dog instead of the sheep. Wait.
Leader niya yun. Ayan na, oo. Meron talagang isa eh.
Nung high school kami, pag pinatatakbo kami, ako yung huling-huli.
Hey. Rob. Walk on. Wait. Wait. Steady. Sit. Rob. Rob. Yep. Rob. Yep. Wait. Sit. Stay. Sit. Stay. As you can see, the old dog sometimes listens to me. So, a little bit about the dogs. We've 4 dogs on the farm here. Our eldest dog is Bruce, and Bruce has just gone 10 years of age. Really strong working dog. Sit. Use him a lot for mountain work. Next one's Jerry. Jerry's 7. Jerry doesn't work Sundays. Won't see Jerry today. Rob here is 6, although he looks a lot older for his age. And Milo is 18 months. And we start training them from maybe 4 months of age, and usually, again, 2 years or 2.5 years is near enough complete. As I said, each dog has different characteristics. These 2 dogs here, same mother, different father, totally different temperaments. Rob is a really wide working dog. We use him a lot when the main flock is pregnant. He's nice and steady, nice and easy going. Milo's just partly through his training. You're just going to have to come back next year to see how he turned out. But he's a very sharp little dog, busy. And whereas our eldest dog, Bruce, a real strong working dog, and we use him a lot on the mountain. So they would have different roles within reason, but they do all work together, especially when we're getting in large amounts of sheep.